Sylvia, S14 comes off the line, very reserved, very consistent, been on the podium 2 times here in Germany before. Can he do it once again? A super consistent driver, always a pleasure to watch drift here in Germany and everywhere else around Europe. But look at this, flexes the back end, pops the tail light out of the car, as now Pawel Korpulinski gets himself into outside zone 4, very fast so far as Korpulinski, absolutely beautiful on the outside zone, looks for 5, gets nice and close but not too close for danger as he flicks the back end towards the wall, one last outside zone to go, and Korpulinski, job done.
If you have never watched him drive,
He's going for that top spot right now to take his fellow Polishman off of the top of the step. What can he do as he flicks that car in? Pawel Korpulinski, 2JZ powered Nissan Silvia S14 on throttle nice and early. Look at the line from Korpulinski. This guy is so critical, so clean on his transitions, on his movements in the car. What can he do? Perfect line into outside zone 4, a little touch of the handbrake, but he gets it done perfectly, deep into that zone all the way around. And look at the arc, look at the way he creates the line into outside zone 5. And Korpulinski's on an absolute fly this weekend as he puts it towards the wall and across the line.
He's so consistent, you can set your watch to him. It's great. It's so great to see his driving.
In Germany, in Ferropolis for round 6 of Drift Masters. Qualifying is set, the grid for tomorrow is done, but this is a qualifying showdown. 4 points away for somebody, but who's it going to be? As Shanahan fires in, Korpulinski in tow, as he looks for the back bumper of that GT86, and look at that, for Korpulinski, slows down the car massively, waiting for Shanahan to get back on throttle. Shanahan now, up and gone, fires that GT86 right where it needs to be. Korpulinski, though, can't be shaken, as the Polishman goes for the door of that Red Bull GT86. They fire down towards outside zone 5, and Korpulinski willing to risk it all for the points as he looks for the door. The GT86 once again, a door-to-door across the line.
I expected nothing less on this battle.
Korpulinski to lead, Shanahan to give chase, and off the line through the gears they come as Shanahan chases down, looks for the back bumper of that S14, 2JZ singing out on circuit. Look at this, Shanahan now in tow, nice and close as Korpulinski goes nice and wide, puts the back bumper towards the door, towards the wall, as Shanahan goes for the door on both guys. A wobble, a little shimmy into the outside zone 4, but Shanahan can't be shaken as he repays the favour, risks it all as he goes for the transition. Shanahan looking and stuck to the door of Pawel Korpulinski across the line.
Oh, this is tough. This is so tough. This driver, you can throw it all in, and he's going to be very, very consistent. The hard part's going to be when they change it around. It's, again, Pawel's chase is getting crazy good.
It certainly is. Well, Pawel Korpulinski, the higher qualifier, 4th place last night in the qualifying, and in that qualifying showdown. Look at this, Pawel Korpulinski off the line, no messing around, fires that S14 in to that first outside zone. He's up and gone. Egan hits the wall though, as Pawel Korpulinski now gets himself back into it, fires that car into outside zone 4. It's up and gone, and Dave Egan left in a cloud of smoke as Pawel Korpulinski, the clinical driver, the surgeon we like to call him, behind the scenes, gets to work on the operating table that is the track and across the line.
Tough go there for Dave.
Dave Egan now to lead out Pawel Korpulinski. Korpulinski's going to be breathing down his neck in that 2JZ powered S14 as Dave Egan takes that carbon Kevlar 2JZ powered A90 Supra to outside zone 1 and fires in. He's now going to try and outdrive the Polishman as he puts it right where it needs to be, and it's a beautiful lead line so far from Dave Egan as he flicks it into outside zone 4, nice and early, straight into it, full throttle from Egan. And look at this, from Korpulinski has to shallow up the angle to keep up with the Irishman as Egan now fires it into 5. He's a little shallow, but he's trying to get away from Pawel Korpulinski as the surgeon just gets himself straight back into it.
I mean, a run like that is so phenomenal to see. The surgeon in Pawel Korpulinski versus Jakob Kroll, who's a wild man this evening.
It certainly is. Well, here we go, off the line, through the gears comes Pawel Korpulinski to lead them out. Big clutch kick for initiation, but look at that from Kroll, already onto the rear wheel as Korpulinski puts it to the wide line, takes a bumper off the back end of the S14 as he now a little shallow on outside zone 3. Oh, and a shutdown there from Jakob Kroll. I think he mistimed the transition completely and had to back out of it now, gets himself back into the fire as Korpulinski into that last outside zones, looks for the final one, and across the line goes Korpulinski.
Yeah, that mistake there from Kroll is quite massive. That is going to be really hard to overcome.
You think shake Korpulinski?
That's the only way he's going to get this.
I don't think anyone can shake Korpulinski this weekend. Here we go, they're off the line and through the gears. It's going to be Jakob Kroll to lead out Pawel Korpulinski of spot into the top 8 away as they fire through. Look at this with Korpulinski, no messing around, already starts to fire on the side of that carbon Kevlar S14.9 as he transitions through the smoke. Kroll into that nice line, nice and deep into outside zone 4 as Korpulinski keeps himself in the moment. Through the smoke he comes, absolutely dangerous transition, he does make a mistake. Jakob Kroll throws Korpulinski off across the line. Yeah, it all going on. Big smiles and away from Pawel Korpulinski as he slams that car into gear and he gets the green light, and we are good to go for our second top 8 battle as Korpulinski flicks that car in. Kevin Purser doesn't initiate straight away, waits for Korpulinski to get it done. Now stands on the throttle as Korpulinski, the surgeon, puts that car where it needs to be. So clinical. Oh, contact! Wow, big contact. And the front bumper wedged underneath the front of Kevin Purser's car, made him stall up, completely disposed of the headlights in the front bumper as Kevin Purser now tries to get himself back into the mix. They get it across the line, but we need to see exactly what happened there. And there we go. It's going to be Kevin Purser to lead out Pawel Korpulinski for a spot in the final four. Awaits for one of these guys. Who's it going to be? Korpulinski fires down. Purser on a nice lead line as he puts that car where it needs to be. It looks like he came up very shallow on outside zone 2 though. Transitions back through now into 4 and he struggles to get to outside zone 4. Kevin Purser looks a little shook here as the surgeon goes for the kill across the knock track as he puts the car where it needs to be. Kevin Purser squeezes the fault, tries to drive away from Korpulinski.
Oh yeah, Kevin Purser, I mean, he was driving like he was at fault.
Pawel Korpulinski, the surgeon. The shadow versus the surgeon sit on the line, and it's going to be Shanahan to lead the line from the green light. They slam through the gears and they flick it to angle as they both fire down, and they flick it to angle once again, and Shanahan goes nice onto the wall. A little check up there from Pawel Korpulinski as he squeezes his S14 into the pocket of Connor Shanahan's GT86. They flow into outside zone 4. Neither guy wanting to give up as Korpulinski pushes once again and bursts through the smoke as he looks for the front wheel of that GT86. They go to the edge of the circuit and to the wall and across the line.
Here we go. This is it. This is the beginning of the end for all of these drivers. Every single battle, every corner, initiation, handbrake pull, all of it.
Champion as they sit on the line. Korpulinski gets the green light and it is go time as they slam through the gears. Shanahan laser focus, flicks that car and pulls the steering wheel towards the back end of that S14 as they fire into that first outside zone. The second one collected. Korpulinski's on an absolute flyer. The Shanahan can't be shaken as they fire through the smoke. Korpulinski goes for that perfect line into that outside zone. Korpulinski giving him all the opportunity to get close and personal onto the door. And Shanahan takes it through the smoke as he goes closer than Korpulinski as he rubs the wheel on the door across the line.
And this is the difference in their transitions. Pawel Korpulinski, very calculated. Connor Shanahan, just between these two, jousting of the highest degree.
It certainly is with the car slamming together. We get the green light. This is for the third step on the podium, the first run of our fourth place playoff as they flick that car to angle. Korpulinski gets into it onto the back bumper of the A90 Super and they go into the wall. Look at this, absolutely beautiful from both guys at the moment. Full throttle, no messing around as Korpulinski looks for the side of the A90 Super and loses a little ground. The transition full throttle from Vincek as he gets into the outside zone and full throttle once again as he transitions into 5, kisses the tail light off the wall, but it opens the door for Pawel Korpulinski as he pushes Vincek across the line.
Yeah, this is just solid. Now, Piotr knows who he's up against, knows
the light goes green, they're off the line. It's going to be Pawel Korpulinski to lead and Piotr Vincek to chase him down as they fire in. Look at Vincek down onto the door already as they get it to the wall. A nice line already from Pawel Korpulinski out front, but he's going to come up a little shy on the outside zone, but nevertheless he's going to fire it through on full throttle down with the handbrake, sets himself up perfectly for outside zone 4, but there's no shaking. Vincek, his fellow Polishman, wants it. He's hungry for it. He wants to taste the champagne this weekend in Germany. He goes for the front wheel. Vincek absolutely glued to him.
Yeah, he did what I thought he was going to do. He calmed himself back down and went, the only way I'm going to beat him